Hi, in this demonstration, we are going to see how we can integrate ClearQuest with SCL dashboards by using ClearQuest chart and query widgets. ClearQuest provides two open social widgets. They are chart widget and query widget. Let me show how we can access the gadget XML and how it looks like. So, this is the chart gadget and this is the query gadget. Make sure that you are able to access these URLs from the machine where SCL Dashboards is running. These URLs will vary depending upon the URL you use to access CQ Web. These widgets can be inside any open social container. Since SCL Dashboards is an open social container, so we can use these widgets inside it. These widgets use OAuth authentication mechanism to log in to ClearQuest. So before we can actually use these widgets inside dashboards, we need to establish OAuth friendship between SCL dashboards and ClearQuest. So let us see how we can establish OAuth friendship between SCL dashboards and ClearQuest. First, we need to register a dashboards as an OAuth consumer inside CQ Web. So in order to do that, we will log into CQ Web server as an admin user. After logging into CQ Web, select the database that you want to work with. And then go to Site Administration and click OAuth Consumer Management. Now the OAuth Consumer Management window opens. In this window, type the consumer name field. This could be any name that helps to identify the consumer that uses the consumer key. So I'm putting it as dashboard. In the consumer key field, enter the OAuth key value to be associated with the consumer. In the consumer secret and retype consumer secret fields, enter a consumer secret that can be any short phrase to associate with the key. Keep a note of the key and secret as we will need this information for registering this consumer inside SCL dashboards. You can optionally select the trusted checkbox if you want to share authorization information with other trusted consumers. Click register. The new key appears in the authorized keys section of the page. So we have successfully completed the registration of dashboards as an OAuth consumer inside CQ Web. Now we need to register our CQ Web as an OAuth friend inside SCL dashboards. So in order to do that, we need to log into SCL dashboards as an admin user. After logging in, go to the administration section, click on the OAuth Friends tab that is on the left side. Now click on Add New Oauth Friend button. Provide a name that helps you identify as to which ClearQuest web server this Oauth friend is associated with. Give some description, leave the service name field as well as callback URL and key name fields as blank as they are not required in ClearQuest case. In the gadget URI field, you can either specify the complete gadget URL like this, or you can specify the URL like this if you want to use the same Oauth friend for both the gadgets. It is recommended that you use this form of URL for gadget URI so that you don't have to create a separate Oauth friend for both the gadgets. Now provide the consumer key and secret same as we gave while registering dashboards as an Oauth consumer inside ClearQuest Web. Click on and we have successfully registered our CQ Web as an Oauth friend inside SQL dashboards. Now the next step is to import the CQ chart and query widgets inside the widget store in SQL dashboards. So to do that, click on the widgets tab on the left side. Click on add new widget button. Put the widget URL. Let's first import the chart widget. Click on, after putting the chart URL, click on get widget metadata. Click on add widget. Now on this page, you can optionally update some of the details pertaining to the widget. So you can update the title of this widget. That will be visible when you put this widget on a page. Update the description. You can even disable this widget if you want that instead of widget content, the user see message provided in the disable widget message field. Also, you can categorize the widget into one of the categories as listed here. Now click on the update widget bit button. So we see that we have successfully imported chart widget into widget store. Using the same steps, we will now import the query widget to the widget store. Click on add new widget button. Put the query widget URL. Click on get widget metadata. Click on add widget. Make the updates as required and then click on update widget button. So we have successfully imported the query widget into the widget store. After importing both the widgets to the widget store, we can now add these widgets to a page to actually make use of these widgets. So to do that, let us go back to the dashboards. create a new page called Clear Quest. Select the page layout as 2 columns. Click on Add. Now click on the Add Widgets to this page link. It will take you to the widget store from where you can search and add the 2 widgets. Search for the chart widget, add it to the page. Now search for the query widget, and add it to the page. Now both the widgets have been added to the page. So we can go back to the dashboard and see the 2 widgets on the page. Let us just reorder the widgets a bit to look so that they look better. So now we see a login link inside the widgets. Click on the login link to open a authentication pop-up that will basically authenticate you so that you can provide permission to dashboards for getting the data from ClearQuest. Close the authentication pop-up. So now that we have successfully logged in, we can close the pop-up. We now need to choose the user database from where we need to fetch the list of queries that we want to run to generate the chart. After selecting the appropriate database, click on Continue. Now it will load the queries that exist for that database. So we will now have to select the query we want to run. After selecting the query, click on OK. Choose the type of chart that you want to show. So you can either select bar chart, column chart, or the pie chart. Then choose the field based upon which the query results will be aggregated for generating the chart. So I am selecting severity. You can optionally select an additional field to create a double aggregated chart. Please note that for a pie chart, the widget can do aggregation based upon just one field. So the other field will be ignored if the type of chart is pie. Now click on Continue and we see that the chart has been generated as per our choice. You can drill down into the chart to show the list of records belonging to that particular section. Click Back button to go back to the chart. At any time, you can go to the widget edit mode to change the type of chart or to change the theme, to change the color scheme used in the chart. So let us see how the colorful scheme looks like in a column chart. Save, and we see that the column chart has replaced the bar chart and the color scheme has also changed. Now we will configure the query widget and see how we can use it to display a list of records that are returned as a result of running a particular query. The configuration steps for query widget are basically the same as for chart widget. But before that, let us refresh the page so that we don't have to log into CQ Web again for query widget. This is because the same authentication token can be used for both chart and query widget. So now select the user database for query widget, click on continue, select the query, click on OK. So now we see list of records that are returned on returning the query that we selected. If we click on any of the records, then we will be taken to the CQ web where it will open that record and we can do any modifications as usual. So we saw how we can use the chart and query widgets provided by ClearQuest from inside SCL dashboards. That's all for this demonstration. Thanks for watching.